All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the show. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. What's good, DSP? What's going on, JVU 420? Lord Megatron in the house. What's up? Mike Yent from San Diego, where winners are made. What's going on? And Thane Kyrell, what's up to you? So I hope everybody's doing well. Gonna talk a little Galactic Legends. Gonna talk a little Star Wars. Gonna talk a little Galactic Challenges. Gonna talk a little Admiral Piet. We're going to talk a little bit all that stuff. And before we get there, let's go ahead and introduce the folks. We will not be having RangerJ1999 tonight. Not feeling well, so he will be back next week. Let's hope he feels better. And we're joined by the co-host with the most, good old Maurice. How you doing, my friend?
What's going on, guys?
And also the lovely and beautiful, talented Avinash. How you doing, Abby?
Great. Howdy, howdy.
So, special guest, Jedi training bogus. Hey, listen, it could totally happen. All you gotta do is hit me up, man. Hit me up. Discord. You know, you could totally have somebody come guest on the show if you want to, anytime. So, what's going on to you? So, how's everybody doing this weekend? How you guys doing?
Pretty swell, man. Pretty swell. Just getting ready for the week.
Okay.
Work and whatnot.
All right. So, some interesting news this week. We did get the release of some information on some upcoming characters. What's going on, Malaki? How are you? We're going to be getting 2 new Galactic Legends in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and they are the Jedi Master Luke Skywalker and Sith Eternal Emperor. So Palpatine and Luke getting 2 new versions of themselves in the game. Luke literally being dropped, last version of Luke being dropped literally 30 days after Return of the Jedi. I was talking about this with Abby before the stream. We haven't had, you know, a Luke in years, dying for a Luke. We finally get Return of the Jedi Luke. 30 days later, they drop Old Man Luke in the game right away. I mean, I was thinking, okay, we got Jedi Luke, you know, they'll have the hero's journey for Old Man Luke, you know, 2 years from now or something like that. Nope. 30 days, okay? Dropped them right away. Interesting move. Very interesting. Also puts the game in a weird place, and we'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But initially, I just want to get your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think, Maurice? What do you think about the 2 new characters? Do you think it's too soon?
No, I mean, it was too calm the last couple weeks with nothing coming. So it was only a matter of time. It can't be, like we said the other day at Jedi, like anytime you start working on things that you finally get around to, it's time for something new to come. Like, there shouldn't be any time for you to work on passion projects and non-essential characters. Like, that's the way the game's kind of laid out. So if you're like working on something for funsies, you better go ahead and stop because something is coming. That's the way it is every time. So it doesn't surprise me one bit. We're still what, at least probably 6 weeks away, I think, from it being actually released. Say again?
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you're looking at some time still, and you know, if you're still working on your first Galactic Legend, then just continue to work on those. I mean, just, you know, I don't know. There's no kit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think people are scared that the new ones are going to be OP over the Rey and Kylo ones, but it's not.
That's what
different.
That's what I think. I think they're going to be better.
I think it'll be similar.
Yeah, similar, but not necessarily better.
That's really, I guess, the main fear that you have, right? Is like, are you working all this time to get Rey or Kylo, and you really should be just now working on somebody else? I would get that fear, but I kind of agree with them. I mean, you know, it doesn't make sense for them to do that, right? If they decide to drop 2 characters, I mean, that would be, first of all, very bad perception-wise, right? I mean, like, just really bad. Like, if they suddenly dropped, like, 2 characters that were just, like, way more OP than Rey and Kylo, that would be, like, really screwed up, right? But also, I was saying this before, I kind of feel like the game is now in a place that it hasn't been ever before, where you can kind of go wherever you want, right? Like, you're not really stuck going any one way. I mean, like, you know, it's like, in the past, you've always had to go one way. Like, you know, you've always, like, okay, like, I have to get my Revan. You know, I've got to get my gas. I've got to get, you know, my CLS. You know, you have to go for whatever the meta is at that time, and, you know, until you have it, you know, you're not going to be able to be competitive in Arena. If they truly make these characters on par with Rey and Kylo, where they're, like, I guess, like, equals across the board, then we'd actually have a paper, rock, scissor meta, right? Where we have 4 different metas, and you can really run any of them and win, and it would put people in a place where, like, you could actually, even though they're forcing you to go a certain way with the prerequisites, right? Which just sucks. I mean, you know, listen, having to get 15 characters, 13 characters all together for one character is definitely rough, but at least you can choose now one of 4 ways to go, right? Like, I mean, let's say you were just now farming for your first Galactic Legend. I mean, what a perfect time for you. You can literally decide to go for Rey, Kylo, Luke, or the Emperor, and, you know, and you can kind of go whichever way you want, and you're gonna like one of those 4 characters. I mean, like, you're either new school and you like Rey and Kylo, and you're not really a fan of the OG trilogy. You know, I mean, I don't really relate with that person personally, but I'm saying as far as that goes, I get it. Or you could be old school and, like, you're into Luke and Palpatine. Even though they are really Luke and Palpatine from the new trilogy, it's still Luke and Palpatine. So it's kind of cool because it gives, like, all eras of Star Wars fans, you know, Galactic Legends that they can go for, that they'll be happy to be running. I mean, like, I would be happy with any one of those characters, but there are some people that relate more with Luke or relate more with the Emperor, and they'd rather be running a Galactic Legend Emperor than a Galactic Legend Rey, and I get that. You know what I mean? So,
well, we talked about this the other day. It's just, like, for all of us, it's overwhelming because it's all pumping all this stuff out, but for a brand new player, there's much more defined path to take than the 3 of us had when we first started. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, now it's like, like you said, like, if all 4 of these characters are, quote, equal, right? Like, whatever path you decide, whichever character you like the best, whether you be a new school or old school, like you were saying, you know, there's a very defined path now with this journey guide. These Galactic Legends go right to the journey guide, and for the most part, you know, unless like Jedi Knight Luke or gas are required, I think pretty much everybody's in the journey guide now. So, like, all the characters you need to get this character, you know, are in the journey guide. You can follow the paths just slowly and surely all the way up. Yeah, I'd be probably gonna need some raid characters. You know, I don't know. You're gonna need Han probably and Chewbacca, but Han's a Rancor character. I mean, you can, by the time you're prepared for a Galactic Legend, you should probably have a 7-star Han Solo. So, you know, like, it's, I don't know. I think it's good for the longevity of the game, bad for us that are currently been playing the game and are right in the mix of figuring it all out. Like, I think I can see how someone would be overwhelmed with this, and like Zerial in the chat here is saying, everyone's talking about TW. You know, yeah, you're gonna face them. You're gonna face 4 walls of 50 GLs at the very top.
Yeah.
If that frustrates you, or that's not fun to you, you know, it's just, it's time to maybe be like, well, you know, time to move down. Like, that's the way it's going to be. Like, in the top guilds are going to place 200 Galactic Legends, and you're going to have to beat them without your Galactic Legends. That's just the way it's going to be. You know, if that doesn't sound fun, it's fun for me. That sounds fun for me, but not for everybody. You know, like,
right.
You know, it's a time to decide how serious you want to take TW, I guess. Like Ramon always says on the show, like, you could just, the rewards, the difference between winning and losing are very, very small. Like, it's not, you know, it's not like, you know, if you just sign up, go in and have a good time with TW, you know, who cares if you can't beat 200 Galactic Legends? At least you're getting in there practicing, you know, I don't know. It's gonna be intense.
Just take the 2 Zetas.
Yeah.
Just take the 2 Zetas.
Yeah. Well, it's good practice to come up with, you know, try to do a little theory crafting to come up with some interesting teams to try to beat the GLs. And if you look at it that way, then it's a better pill to swallow. But otherwise, I mean, there's a point in GP where it's like at the beginning where you have all the choices in the world to be able to do what you want. And then there's the GP range where people are furiously, you know, doing their best to get just one galactic legend. And now there's going to be a total of 3 of them that they don't have yet. So it's like, oh my God, you know, this is starting to get a little overwhelming. And that just kind of gives the gap between the pay-to-play and free-to-plays, even at the mid-levels a little bit more. The free-to-plays are just going to struggle because they can't focus on anything else. Once you start a Galactic Legend, you kind of got to stick with it. You can't work on other things that you really kind of need to, including some of the TW tunes and the territory battle tunes. Then you've got the GP range that is mid-high, that it's like they've got 1 or 2 Galactic Legends and it's just going to take a long time to get the other 2. They're just work on their tunes. Maybe they don't have Luke yet. That's coming up. So it's kind of more of a slower pace. But then you've got like at the top to where basically they're going to say, you're going to get these things. This is what we need. And you're going to get them. And we're going to dominate for a long time. Because there's going to be a huge gap between the have and have-nots.
Well, for Rita, I think you just need 1. I think we're seeing that Rey and Kylo.
Yeah.
Both people are having, you know, they're taking first. Rey versus Rey might be a little frustrating for some. You know, I understand that. I don't use Rey in Arena. It's Kylo. But, you know, I'm hoping, whatever one you decide, even if you haven't gotten either one of the first 2 and decide to kind of go after one of these second 2, I think if you have 1, you're good for Rita. TW would be tough. Grand Arena, you might be outclassed by 1, you know, on occasion, every once in a while, depending on how your roster is made up. But, you know, if you absolutely have to, just keep your Galactic Legend, then you got to counter for 1 and just come up with something for the other one. I mean, I know if I get 3 and 4 Galactic Legends, all 4 of them going on defense in Galactic or Grand Arena. All of them going on defense. Both of them go on defense now, right in the front. Like this. Have at it. I'm going to slop my way through your board for terrible banners, but you got to beat all this. So, you know. Yeah,
hopefully they screw up more than you do.
Yeah, I feel like it makes me. If I lose some and don't clear some, then you know I learn from what the mistake I made, tweak some mods, and go at it again. Like I enjoy trying to counter the meta without the meta. That's fun for me. I can see how that's not fun for very many people.
Yeah, I'm in that group. I can't stand TW anyway. I can't stand GAC. I prefer the other game modes just because. But, yeah, it's a pain in the ass for that. So, but I don't know what I want to. I've already got both the GLs. I mean, I'm in a decent spot, but I'm not sure. I'm ready for Luke when he comes out, and I'm hoarding for whatever else. And that's just on my big account. The other ones are kind of screwed, but oh well.
I think Luke's maybe a little more attractive because people are still struggling with the light side TB. So you'll have another Galactic Legend, and to get this Galactic Legend, you have to get, you know, Mon Mothma. This is just the first character released, Mon Mothma, and then you'll have to get what's his name, Chewbacca and 3PO. And Mon Mothma gives you a whole other team maybe for like day 1 and 2 that you could possibly use, and then you can help platoon the Shock T's, the Hermit Yodas, all these characters nobody wants to cough up. You know, we'll see. I tried Mon Mothma in P1. I had a very, very good team with her. It got 1 of 4. Kind of buried my head in the sand out of embarrassment, but there's a team there. There's a viable team there for day 1, day 2. I think. I don't know.
Oh, so it didn't perform as well as you thought it would?
It did not. No, it did not because it was too slow. Basically, it was too slow and couldn't get the team rolling. So You know, it could be possible. Luke could be like a passive sort of character. You know, he could be like a Hermit Yoda-ish sort of character because he really didn't do much.
I was thinking the same thing, right? Like, is he going to be an attacking character with like a lightsaber? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's he going to be like?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I mean, there's no way anyone could predict the previous two, how overpowered the previous two were going to be. So, like, there's no telling. Like,
remember when people were saying that Gas was still going to be more meta than Rey and Kylo? I mean, like you said that, Maurice. You remember that?
Oh, if I did, I was wrong.
no.
Well, in my defense, Gas was good.
I think Ranger said it. I don't think you said it actually. I don't think. But I think Ranger thought no way was that going to happen. But
well, it did. And who? If I said it or Ranger said, I don't remember. Whoever said it in their defense, Gas was good at the beginning. Then they were like, "Oh, Gas is too good. Let's go ahead and fix that. Let's go ahead and make Gas not quite as good." I don't know. Like, for those of you guys who don't have all the resources to do this, like, if you've got your one Galactic Legend and you're spent, got your second Galactic Legend and you're spent, really get ready for Luke. Jedi Knight Luke will help you out in countering either one of those characters. Like, he's just a very, very good tool to have. Very, very versatile, if you will, to beat either Galactic Legend. You know, maybe don't chase the Mon Mothmas and the Chupios. Maybe get focused on Jedi Knight Luke so you can comfortably place one or both of your Galactic Legends in Grand Arena and Territory Wars.
I think the main thing here is that people shouldn't have to rush just because it's coming out, say, in either, you know, like a couple of months or so for the new GLs, that there's no rush to get them. I mean, I know that people are like, I want the new shiny. I really do. But it's not, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, you know, it's like, don't start panicking and thinking you're just going to be bad and you have to have them, but now you can't because you've just spent everything, so I got to quit the game, kind of a thing.
Well,
so,
that's like, they've only released 5 characters. Like, if you start wailing out on Mon Mothma and Chupio now, you know, and then the second wave come out, it's got, you know, characters like Akbar or something, some other geared 9 and 10 characters you have. You've already committed yourself. Like, whatever you do not relic these characters. Like, don't relic them. You might be able to take them to Gear 13. Just let them sit and hoard the resources. Because if this is for real, not 6 to 8 weeks away, you're gonna sit there with like a Relic 5, you know, Mon Mothma, and that's really not gonna do you that much good. It's just gonna beef up your GP and make matchmaking a pain for you. So just, you know, don't relic anything up until you're actually, unless you really, really want that character relic anyway, or you're right ready to get the whole package. Like, just relic them all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and Avinash saying that they gave us the Vader rework. Gas still works. There is stuff that counters the Galactic Legends. There will be stuff that counters the next Galactic Legends too. They'll probably, if something beats it right away, they'll change it. But eventually, they'll just stop changing stuff, and you'll find a suitable counter for everything. Rush, JBU says.
Wow. This one is kind of hard.
Yeah, I didn't do. I think I got it done on the 5th one, tier 6 and 7. I couldn't do anything. I just had to use my first order team.
Yeah, I'm dying like crazy at the 5th one. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it took me a few tries.
But, yeah, I mean, I think that it's not really the worst thing in the world. I was shocked about it at first because I wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, like, the more I thought about it, the more I've digested that this is like the way they're going with the game now, and you know, they're going to be doing these long-term projects, and that's really kind of where you're going to be going for. These marquee characters and character releases are really going to be just kind of like nuggets leading to these larger farms. And that's the deal. So I mean, like, you know, Mon Mothma, Piet. I mean, you're probably gonna need Jedi Luke to get Luke, most likely. I mean, because that would make sense. I mean, why wouldn't they do this?
B. Masu says to do your special mission before the phase ends in an hour.
I know. I was gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
I gotta do it.
Yep, you can do it on air.
I could do it on air, but it's like
it's not timed, so you can just do it one little hit at a time.
Yeah, this one is this one's like one of those ones I don't want to do on air though, because this is like this is still annoying for me sometimes. All right.
Just use Watt instead of Grievous.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm using Watt, but it's still like a little annoying.
Just give the attack tech to be 1, tank to be 2, and you should be good.
I give the health one to Nude. That helps a lot.
Give the med pack. You're talking about
the weapons tech to be 1.
Yeah, the far right one to be 1.
Do the med pack last. Do the disc one. Yeah.
To be 1.
No, that's the one that goes on B2. The shield generator goes on B2. The little circle pimple disc goes. Yeah, the weapon mod goes on B1.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, once you get the stacks up on B1, it's pretty. I mean, you can. I don't want to suggest this, but you can borderline auto it once it gets like 150, 160 stacks.
And you were saying the shield generator I should put on B2?
Yeah, the one that makes them taunt.
The tanky one, yeah. Put that on B2. And then the health one, the last one, is on Newt. That helps keep him alive.
My opponents in Grand Arena always really like to wait until like the last hour to attack. It's like it never fails. It's like, oh, we're just gonna let it sit and sit. Ranger is out sick tonight, Ray. Still under the weather, so he decided to get some rest. For those of you guys still doing Hoth TV, this is what you have to look forward to in P1 when you guys finally decide to try the Geonosian.
Yeah, this is the exciting stuff. But, yeah, no, I mean, I guess, you know, just kind of, you know, back to talking about what was going on with the Galactic Legends. I think that Luke has, you know, some potential to be. I think they're all going to be good, but I mean, I think the entire game, I mean, just as a whole, it's never been a scenario like this where we can really have, I guess, whatever meta that you want. And I mean, I'm hoping that that's really the direction that it's going in, because that would be a huge bonus for the game as a whole. Like, if you could pick any one of those 4 Galactic Legends and take rank 1 in Arena, I mean, that's a great thing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know how realistic that is. You know what I mean? There's always the chance that, you know, one of them is going to be more overpowered than the other. But I feel like the way they're going with this stuff, it's like they're going to control that, right? So if they see that, like, one of the new Galactic Legends is too overpowered, they'll find a way to nerf that. You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah, they gave Kylo a bunch of little upgrades along the way here. I have no idea what these kits are going to be, but, you know, Kylo can solo everything. Solo the Sith Raid. These Galactic challenges. Solo, like, you can't get the feats done, that's okay. You got Sprinter Kylo, you can throw him in and get, you know, 3 stars on the 5th, you know, 6th and 7th tier. And I've had for 2 or 3 of them. Maybe all 3 of them I've had. No. The Sith I did. The other 2 I haven't been able to do tier 6 and 7, so I've just used Kylo. And, you know, I didn't get the feats, but I got the little meager rewards they give for beating it. So I think that's a huge selling point for him once we get the other 2. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... You know, have they ever really allowed the game to be like that? Oh man, okay, that's so I can bring B2 back though. That's right.
Yeah, this is the bad draw. But you can recover. can't really see. Is that Cody there next to Shock T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to him first.
Well, I don't really have a choice right now. I'm stuck on Clone Lieutenant.
Yeah, if you don't AOE. I mean, it's tough. It's tough because you can't AOE with B1 or they'll just waste him because they'll counter and take away all his stacks. So you really just have to basic attack the unit that doesn't have a retribution until B2 gets back, taunting strong again.
Okay, I just revived B2. Okay.
Somebody's dinner's done.
Oh, yeah, my husband just got home from work, so he's fixing himself some dinner.
That's funny.
SpaghettiOs? Got the SpaghettiOs ready.
I don't know what he's got, but whatever it is, it smells good.
It's not SpaghettiOs then.
Oh, God, no, that stuff isn't allowed in the house.
You have to put the tank tech back on B2 eventually.
I just did.
Okay, yeah, a little laggy.
Just did that, and now I'm working on Cody. And okay, we just took out Cody. Now
Get that medic.
I'm gonna get that medic. Now we're gonna go for Shock T. Actually, no, I'm gonna go for Clone Lieutenant. Let's get him.
Beefaroni. Real story. My dad was in the army. My dad still. I've never seen anybody just open a can of beefaroni or Chef Boyardee spaghetti, just take it to the face. No heating it up, no nothing. Just straight fork to the can. It's like, Dad. It's just taking some cold beefaroni to the face. Like,
That's awesome.
Yeah. Pizza rolls. Excellent.
Yep.
It's a grown-up dinner. Grown-up dinner.
With Parmesan and mozzarella on the top.
Oh, did it good. Did it big time. I had pizza tonight. So.
Oh my goodness, it's not good. Okay. So now we got to revive B2 again. Stupid Shock T.
Yeah, she's a pain, man. This is probably the worst draw on any map. I hate the Shock T team in this.
Yeah. One of mine I actually lost. I mean, if anything could go wrong, it did. In the special mission, I haven't lost a special mission in forever.
I'm a little shocked we never got Pawns, like, because he has a unique kit he's developed. They've got the design in for him. I don't know why we didn't get him. Like, the guy that does the mark, that'd be great to have a mark on that clone team. That'd be nasty.
Pawns, I don't understand how we didn't get him yet.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got the Mace Windu team.
Yeah, just it's easy with Watt because every time Mace lays that debuff down, you can just use your basic with Watt and cleanse it off.
Okay.
Do the tank tech on B2 again.
I'm gonna go for Arc Trooper first here.
I'm not sure exactly what Pawns does, but I know he does the mark move. It's almost like he has some like passive cleanse, because some matches I swear I debuff the clones and they just disappear. The debuffs do. Pawns is coming with GL Kenobi.
Not exactly sure what Pawns does, but pretty cool back there. You know, I mean, he's great, and honestly, I'm surprised they didn't put him in the game yet, but I'm sure he will at some point. I mean, like, you know, all those characters are gonna make their way. I thought that we'd see like I said, like Endor Leia and all these different characters before we got
Yeah.
Luke, you know, and you know, we got like 2 Lukes, and I don't know, you know, no Leia. I guess they'll probably release you know, another version of Leia at some point down the road. She'll get some love at some point. Okay, this is getting good here. This is getting to be going in my favor here. Let's see. Is there
I'd be shocked if we don't need Princess Leia for Luke.
Oh, for sure, right? I mean, but like, are they gonna create another version of Leia, or?
I don't know. Probably.
I mean, you know, you think it'll be just the irregular Leia?
Well, we could get final trilogy Leia.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
The final trilogy Leia would be kind of interesting. Okay, now it's time to revive B2 again. All right, this is now in hand. Okay, this is now, I think, pretty thoroughly in hand here.
Yeah, Ayla's pretty weak. It's like she's not really that scary at all. TB to me.
Yeah. Okay. So we got that. Good stuff.
Hooray! There you go, B Masu. That was for you, man.
B Masu, it's done, and it was done well. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about here was we did get another character in the game, and we're gonna pull him up here, and I want to get your thoughts on him. We got Admiral Piet from the OT. This is the guy that isn't this the guy that Vader chokes out? Is he the new one, or is he the one that Vader chokes out? Is he the one that's after Vader chokes out? No, I don't know. He is the one that Vader chokes out.
Yeah, he's from the original movies.
No, but but what I'm saying is he the one that dies, or is he the
No.
one that?
He's the one that got promoted right after Vader choked Osdell, something like that.
That wasn't Osdell. It was his it's like, what does he say? He's like he's the replacement. Yeah, he's the replacement.
Yeah.
He's like you failed me for the last time. You failed me for the last time. And he like chokes him out, and he's like, and then he just literally promotes Piet like as the other guy's dying right behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's yeah, that's the best. It's awesome.
He's really, really good.
Yeah.
His character is really, really, really good. Especially with the new Vader rework with the Imperial Troopers. He's another one, kind of all in succession here. We've had Mon Mothma, we've had Chupio, and now we've had him. All the 3 of those characters, I think you can use the 3 or 4 star. This guy's really, really good. You know, if you use him behind like Palpatine or like Veer's lead, these are 2 teams, you know, that traditionally you go first with. You're just going to stack up that Emperor's Trap. I mean, at every stack. I mean, I mean, after, like, if you use a Palpatine lead, your Vader does his whole, you know, 10 moves in a row. I mean, that's going to be 10 stacks before anybody else even goes, really. And then that's going to be 60% potency, 60% offense for everyone. And then it just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. It's, I'm pretty excited about him.
So, so how good are Imperial Troopers now that this guy is a part of the team? I mean, does he actually make Imperial Troopers, like, move up the depth chart as far as TW defensive or offensive teams?
I think, and I haven't practiced yet. I mean, mine's I haven't really even touched mine too much, but I think he makes them much more viable again against Night Sisters, perhaps. Than, you know, they used to be really good versus Night Sisters, and Relics came and they kind of faded off against Night Sisters. I think he brings them back into the mix. It'd be interesting to see what he can do with Vader in terms of like a Galactic Legend counter.
Fantastic. It is fantastic. Oh, he could take down a Rey really well.
Yeah.
JVU in the chat. JVU's saying that that troopers can beat Darth Revan.
Yeah, that's what our weapon says. Didn't Arnold use troopers plus P to take out the Revan? Yeah, I guess so.
That's a ballsy statement right there. That's serious.
I haven't tried it yet. I've just got a 4-star G11 Piet, but I might try to take him up a couple stars and see what happens.
Abby's committing to whaling on Admiral Piet. Admiral Piet.
I'm thinking about it. It's been a while since I've done that.
Abby's just thinking about rolling out the wallet. You gotta make a Discord buddy somewhere, Abby. You gotta start doing some Discord smooching. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get on Discord, make some friends, make some false promises, get yourself a free Admiral Piet. Okay? For guys, we can't
my
do.
birthday's coming up, so maybe I'll ask some of my friends. It's like, oh, for my birthday, you can just give me a ball.
For guys, we can't do that. Okay, we can't just go on Discord and schmooze some gal and say, "Hey, buy me Piet." Okay, but you, however, you can do this. Okay, I believe in you. Get out there and find you a sugar daddy to buy you Piet. No, but I mean.
Oh. Wait, I do on one of my accounts. I'll message him tonight.
Okay. All right.
I do. There's an account that's pretty high up, and I don't have to pay anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you have it like that. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
It's a shame. It's a shame that it had to happen to me, but hey, what can I say?
Sometimes you have it like that. Yeah, need money. That's why Abby has to eat pizza rolls for dinner.
That's about right, honestly.
She needs money for Piet. That's why she's eating dinner rolls. That's why she's eating microwavable foods. Yeah, because she needs money for Piet. That's what it is. Microwave dinners until she can afford Piet. But yeah, no, I'm curious. I mean, honestly, I was on an Imperial Troopers kick before, just like literally, that was like the last time I was working on like an outside of the box team where I was still like ahead enough of the curve where I could work on a team like that. It was the Troopers. So I mean, not that they're great or anything, they're not relict or anything like that, but I mean, I did get, like Range Trooper to Gear 12, and I got Veers done to Gear 12. I got Snow Trooper to 11 and Storm Trooper to 11. I was going to level this team up to get them ready to rock and roll as like a secondary GAC or TW team, but I never got to go back to them. So it'd be nice to see if Piet, becomes a nice addition. Hopefully they drop him in the Galactic War store in 2 weeks, right after Abby spends $300. They did that to Magma Trooper. Remember when Yo-Yo Yoda bought Magma Trooper and then the next day they dropped him in Galactic War store? they dropped Magma Trooper in Chromium packs, and then like 48 hours later put him in the Galactic War store for free for everybody. That was insane.
Well, troopers are good because they basically idiot-proof the troopers. Like when they did this turn meter change to the game, like troopers are, like you don't need mathematic formulas anymore to run a lot of these teams. Like you can just kind of, whenever they go, they kind of go in the order you set them. Like there's no more coin flipping and stuff like that. You don't have to clock them perfectly anymore. So I mean, they're a lot easier to use. I think Piet comes kind of at a good time. We'll see. You need him. You're gonna need him for Palpatine. So I mean. I don't have Royal Guard. I don't have Krennic. I don't have a lot of the stuff already for Palpatine. So I mean, I don't see any need for me to fly out and 7-star him right away. So I might buy the 30 shard pack. Maybe we'll see. Maybe get him out of shipments depending on the situation. But if he is a DR killer, that's a good one. I would wait and see what people are doing with him. if you guys are on the fence about buying them, you know.
Yeah, I saw some really nice vids that we've done in some of my guilds, so I'm hooked.
That's a double confirmation on whaling for Pian right here. That's Abby and good old Maurice committing to whaling out on these characters. Okay.
No, I'm sitting here looking at him at Gear 8. He takes 3 holo projectors. I need all those holo projectors for relic salvage, so I might have to back out.
I'm backing out right now. You have 3
Yeah,
holo
projectors.
I will save those for Eternal Sith Emperor Palpatine. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. The gear is, what is it? The shards are not the thing anymore. It's the gear that matters, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it looks like there's some interesting stuff here. I think that Imperial Troopers could be on the rise a little bit. You know, Empire in general could be. Now, I wonder, do we know the tags yet for Sith Emperor, for Sith Eternal Emperor and Luke? Is he going to get a Jedi tag? Because if he does, and he's able to work with, like, Revan and all of those Jedi characters, I mean, like, isn't that going to make him more, you know, Rey doesn't have a Jedi tag, right? So
Correct.
Okay. That would be sick, right? Imagine they were both Jedis. That's probably why they didn't make Rey a Jedi. That has to be it, right? Because if Rey was a Jedi and Luke's a Jedi, that would just be ridiculous, right? Like if you had Rey and Luke, you would be insane. Yeah, I mean, so that makes a little bit of sense as to why they wouldn't make Rey a Jedi, because they knew that a few months later they were going to drop a Jedi Galactic Legend. Because Luke would be Jedi Master Luke, so he's definitely going to have a Jedi tag.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's in his name, yeah. Didn't they call him Jedi Master Luke in the forums? Like,
yeah. And in the Galactic Guide, or whatever, the Journey Guide, he is listed as Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. So he's definitely going to have a Jedi tag. Now, I'm wondering what Palpatine's going to have, right? Because he's going to obviously have the Sith tag, which will make things really interesting as far as the Sith are concerned, because now that means you'll be able to use regular Palpatine and Vader, who recently reworked Vader's pretty OP now. So, I mean, I'm kind of curious how that's going to work. And, you know, you'll also be able to use Traya and Scion and Nihilus.
Well, you think you have an Empire tag just because, I mean, you need Critic, Rogue, all 5 of the preliminary characters you need. They're all Empire, so you'd think you'd have an Empire tag.
He should have an Empire tag. You should definitely have an Empire tag.
Does that drawing of the Emperor kind of look like Uncle Fester with a hood?
It does. It does.
That's just. That's what I thought.
It does. I mean, that's a really
bad piece of artwork there.
I don't know. I guess they went for like a certain style, but yeah, they could have made him look a little bit more menacing than that. I mean, I feel like even in the first trailer for Palpatine, when we first saw Palpatine, he looked more menacing than this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, remember that first trailer? I remember when he first dropped. Like, that was one of the coolest times in this game when that happened. Like, when they dropped the Emperor's Demise event, and that was really good times. But, all right, so we're getting close to the end of the show here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to scoop up some questions, and I don't know if we've had too many so far, but if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask while we are still on the air, probably for about another 10-15 minutes, we'll scoop them up now. If you have any topics you want to discuss, type them into the chat. I did want to mention that I did in a podcast with TMoney actually the other day, with a group of guys named SyracuseJedi and PartickAF. I believe it's called the. Hold on one second. It's called the Episode 5, community spread. I forgot that. I think that's the name. I think it's called Holotable Talk is the name of their show. And it's a podcast. I'm going to link it in the description of this video after we're done with the stream. It's not in there right now. I should have done that in advance, but TMoney was on there. This guy Gugek was on there. I was on there. We were talking about the history of guilds. So if you want to hear me do my favorite, which is reminiscing on the past, you can go on there and you can listen to it, and you know, that's what I do. So you can hear me talk about when guilds started and Team Skunk and how the Alliance started, and kind of all the history of, you know, me in the game with my friends, and you know, so we discuss a lot of that stuff. So if you guys want to hear you know, anything like that, I'll link that in the description. So when the video goes live, the live stream goes live, so you can watch the replay, it'll be in the description, so you can click on the link there and go check it out if you want to hear me just rant about you know, my favorite stuff about the game a few years back. So we did get a question here from NR Wilson. It says, can't have 2 Galactic Legends in the same team. Should they change that, or keep it? What do you think?
They have to keep it like that. That's because that would just be ridiculous. We have 4 of them now, so you could just have 4 of them on the same team. Like an arena, that'd be lame. That'd be really stupid. Because yeah, you got to think, regardless of their affiliation, their tags, their leadership, whatever it is, they all are going to have the Galactic Legend unique, which is 10% per relic level for health and protection. So I mean, all of them have 70%, you know, health and protection just alone, without any sort of anything else. So, you know, that would just be insurmountable. That would really, really make the gap that Abby was talking about earlier way, way larger. just you know, just have Palpatine and Kylo on the same team, and Luke and Rey on the same team, and like TWGA. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope not.
Yeah, I think they have to leave it that way. I mean, it's you know, it'll get too ridiculous at some point. Yeah, I was definitely dancing in the dark, walking through the park, and reminiscing for sure. I mean, that's what I do. Like, when I'm reminiscing about the past, what you have to imagine is like a dimly lit room, just a slightly overweight gentleman. Used to be extremely overweight, but now I've been working out, so slightly overweight gentleman. Just rubbing the exterior portion of his belly button around in a circle with a dim light on my face, just thinking about Star Wars past. If you get that and you really understand where I'm coming from there, then you know, then you understand a lot about me as a human being. So I mean, as far as that goes, that's pretty much every night. You know, I mean, just so you know, just sitting there spinning characters in a circle, talking about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes 4 years ago, before protection was a thing in the game. Just so you guys know.
Tickle, tickle. All right, we got some questions.
All right.
DSP, the legendary events still exist? Yes. Haven't seen one in a while.
Yes, the legendary events still exist. Yes. So, speaking of the past, what happened to Cheeky Cutie? Cheeky Cutie is doing well. I think she graduated from a school that she was going to, and she's doing really good. I haven't spoken to her much recently, but you know, we've had plans in the past to like have a Discord party at some point, so hopefully that comes through at some point down the road. But she's doing well. NR Wilson asks again, do you think that Sith Eternal Palp will exclude synergy with Sith Empire Darth Revan? Yeah, for sure. No way. No way they're going to have a synergy. No way.
I imagine that it could very much be like Jedi Knight Luke, where the Sith will get benefits, but maybe, you know, a specific Sith will get more benefits. Like Luke,
right.
He gives all the benefits to the Jedi except Old Republic Jedi, or something like that. Like maybe all the Sith get abilities, except, you know, Sith Empire, because Malak doesn't really need to be any better than what he is already. Like that'd be ridiculous. Turbocharged Malak, that's not what we need. Then that's you put a turbocharged Malak on the team, and I think you've got Just those two characters alone would be pretty disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, when they put the Sith Empire tag on those characters a while back, they did that very deliberately to make sure that they would never synergize with just straight Sith characters. So I don't think you'll ever get Revan and other Sith working together. Because, I mean, Revan, listen, Revan is one of those characters that you would want to have on every team for the rest of your life, right? Like, I mean, like if Sith synergy evolves right down the road, where you have Galactic Legend Palpatine, and then you have other Sith characters that come out one day like Darth Bane, and I think a lot of those, any of those characters from the past will probably have some sort of a tag like that will make them pretty much excluded from synergies with future characters of a similar faction, right? So like I think they'll create some ways to make it so that Galactic Legend Luke doesn't work with Jedi Knight Revan. Like, they'll find some way for that not to work also. You know what I'm saying? They'll make it so that you have to use other characters with them. But that's not necessarily saying that there will be reworks to some of these other characters. I mean, like, some of the characters, like Mace Windu, will probably get reworked and things like that. And we'll see, Galactic Legend Luke and Sith Eternal Palpatine will have other synergies. That's my opinion, anyway.
All right, Zeriel asks, will TW be broken with 50 of GL on defense? No, you're just going to have to get good or go casual. So it's one of those. Yeah, you get good or go casual. But,
yeah, the paywall is about to get a lot steeper in this game for everybody that just doesn't understand. Just so you know, anybody who can and wants to get their Galactic Legends maxed out right away is going to do that, right? So there are people that will day one have 4 Galactic Legends ready to roll, okay? And those guys are going to kick butt, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? So they'll be able to alternate whenever they want. They're going to spend a hefty penny for that privilege. However, they will have that privilege. So at the end of the day, if you face that guy in GAC or in TW, he's going to wipe the floor with you. But to be honest with you, that guy was probably wiping the floor with you whether he had 4 Galactic Legends or not. He's probably already has all the best mods. There's a lot that goes into that. It's not just those 4 characters that are going to give him the edge over somebody else. But fortunately, the way the game works now, you're going to have more likelihood that he's going to be matched up with somebody that's closer to on par with that guy anyway. I mean, you're still probably, for the majority of people in the game that are in the middle, kind of fighting to get 1 Galactic Legend, you're probably still going to be facing people that have 1 or 2 Galactic Legends anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then, it's going to really affect those people at the top, right? The people that don't necessarily have the money to go buy, tier 7, relic 7, Galactic Legend characters day one. They're going to have to wait a couple of months to get that done. And in the interim, they're going to be letting some of their teammates down because they're going to have some guild mates that are buying the Galactic Legends and they're not going to. So it's going to really put pressure on some of those guys that have to speed farm. For sure.
Well, I mean, if you go up against, like, if you're, like, super overmatched, right? If there's, like, a 20, 30, 40, 50 million GP difference, and they put all their GLs in defense, just take your 1 less Zeta, and you guys should write them a big thank you card, because they're single-handedly funding the game for you to play for free. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like...
Right.
Yeah, oh, shucks, we lost TW. This isn't fair. But, oh, wait. I don't spend any money on this game. It's just like, oh, okay, well, you guys can have 1 more Zeta. You know what I'm saying? Like, here. You guys did pay $10,000 for this extra Zeta match, so just go ahead and take it. You know what I mean? Like, here, you've earned this. Like, it's not a big deal. TW is not that big. I know it's competitive, but at the end of the day, and they said this a long, long time ago. They said they wanted to make it fun and casual, which there was no effort to make it fun and casual. They just said that. Like, they gave us a couple weeks of perks and goofy characters, and then it just went right back to normal. But whatever. They basically just said, "Oh, it's casual," because we don't want to fix the matchmaking and stuff, and so we don't want to make an effort. So we're just going to call it a casual game mode. But it's if you get faced a situation like that, and you guys know you're going to lose, if you don't have a chance, that's a great time to practice counters. Who cares if you lose? Go in there and see what works. Film stuff with your friends and guildmates, and come up with a plan for next time. So,
Masu, I am very close with Kylo. So let me show you what I did. I got First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter. So now I got Veteran Smuggler Han to Gear 11. So now I just need First Order Officer, First Order TIE Pilot, and Veteran Smuggler Han done, which I'll probably have over the next couple weeks, and then I'm done. I'm ready. So that's good. I'm almost there. I saw.
Hold on, we got a bunch. Hold on, man. We're skipping all these ones from the beginning.
Oh no, there was one about wrestling. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Yeah. So I used to do backyard wrestling when I was a kid, and there are videos out there of me doing backyard wrestling. So if you have come across a video of Ramon doing backyard wrestling out there, it is true. I am that awesome. Okay, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure I spilled the beans on Heinz's stream on Friday about you being in a backyard wrestling troupe.
Yeah, I've seen some of the vids. Yeah, I've seen some of the vids.
He played them one night on the stream long ago.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I watched them all. Watched every single one of them. It's good stuff.
Yeah, we used to have a lot of fun, man, and there were a lot of cool stuff we did. I mean, wrestling is definitely a good exercise to get back in shape, but I have not been doing that. I've been playing basketball and hiking, and that has been working fantastic for me. Dieting, although I didn't diet today, I went barbecuing today with my family. It was a great day, but yes, I've been working hard to lose weight. Wrestling is a lot of fun though, and we used to have like entrance music and whole storylines, and I have, believe it or not, probably about like 50 or 60 tapes of backyard wrestling from when we were kids that I need to get converted into DVDs sometime for all my friends, because all of us grew up doing it. I need to get that together for everybody. I have all the tapes, that we used to do it in my backyard. So, but yes, I love backyard wrestling from when I was a kid. That era, that Attitude Era back in the 90s and 2000 when WCW was fighting WWF every Monday, and they had the NWO. That was the best time for wrestling. That's when I grew up with wrestling. So to me, that was a big time to grow up as a wrestling fan. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I know you were trying to add. You wanted me to shut up a few minutes ago, and I didn't. So I apologize.
No. We would have addressed the backyard wrestling thing at some point. Yeah. Like I said, I spilled the beans. I was like, I don't know if you wanted me to share that the other night, but I was like,
no, that's okay. Well, it's okay.
Have you guys picked who you're going for? Since from Zeriel, have you guys picked who you're going for? Or is it horde mode, waiting for the next requirements or the kits?
I'm hoarding.
Yeah.
I'm just
it's looking a lot more like Luke for me than Pal, but we'll see what the next one's
yeah,
are.
It'll be a while after they come out that I'll make a decision on which one I want to go for. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep collecting my stuff and see where it goes.
I am definitely gonna go for. Palpatine, I think. So that's where I want to go. Sith Eternal Emperor all the way.
If you guys don't know what to farm right now, just farm Kyrotex. Can't go wrong with that. Just farm Kyrotex stun guns, and you'll use them all. If not for the requirements, you'll definitely use it for the Galactic Legend when you get them. So just wait and see. I think there's a double. There weren't any double drops today, were there?
No, there's not going to be any until September 5th.
Oh, is that what? I thought it was like 4 consecutive days. Just random days throughout the next month?
It's just random days. Are going to have some space in between them. And I'm like, oh, man, really?
Yeah. Okay, now we've caught up from the past ones. There's a few more in the chat. You can address the wrestling one. Here's one at the end. Ray Rock says, CG is showing their cards that GL will be the direction this game is heading. Would it be wise to wait for the GL for next year before you decide if we should farm Palp or Luke? You guys think you should wait for the next batch or go after one of these?
Well, I would go after one of these. I mean, listen, you could keep putting this off and say that you want to wait for it. But I'll tell you right now that the more you put off farming a galactic legend, the further and further you're just going to fall behind. Because at the end of the day, it's like, there are, you know, I feel like there were people that were saying the same thing about this too, like about Kylo and Rey. You know, they were like, oh, am I just going to wait for the next Galactic Legends? And I think for some people that made sense, you know, at that time. But I honestly, now that there's going to be 4, I mean, you got to start getting these characters done. So I wouldn't wait on anything. If you have the ability to go for one of them, I would take a look at your roster and see which one you're closest to, and also take a look at which one you want the most, and then make a decision based on those 2 things. I mean, like, you know, just you know, see how far you are, what makes sense, and then see how crazy it is for you to really continue to work on it.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, boy.
What's up, buddy? Give your opinion. I'll be right back. I did find the video for wrestling, by the way. I'm going to post the link to the wrestling video in the chat in a second. Yeah.
Well, you know, I just, you can hoard. I mean, I know a couple guys that don't have either Galactic Legend and have enough resources for at least one, right? So, and now they have a decision to make. They can pick any 4. So, I mean, if you're in a, you know, if you're in a less stressful sort of guild environment and you don't really care much, you know, Grand Arena, if you have a tight roster, you shouldn't be matched up with anybody with more than 1 Galactic Legend anyway. I mean, I think, I don't know. Yes, you could wait, but it's not very fun to wait. These Galactic Legends are pretty fun. Like, it's pretty cool to go in there and solo the Sith raid with the First Order team that didn't exist 6 months ago. I thought it's fun to
Right.
me.
I have yet to try it, simply because the raids are too early for me. I've got so much that I'm doing at that time when it starts, but I need to try to catch one and do a Kylo run on that. I really want to do that.
Well, I mean, if you get your team modded right and use the right team, I mean, you can't solo it, but you can auto it. Like, you can auto, sometimes get to P3 with just the auto, which is, you know, it's still pretty good. Like, you know, a lot of people don't make the raid. You can still get top 20 with that, so top 10. I mean, depending on your guild, hell, you might get top 5 with that. I don't know, but
oh,
we'll
probably
see.
not mine.
Yeah, not mine either. Like, it's like I don't even, like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, well, I'm here at the raid, but, you know, if I fail to solo it, which it's 50-50 at best for me, right? So if I fail to solo it, I'm still gonna get 30th place. So, you know, man, might as well just,
Right.
you know, we'll just sit this one out and get 30th place with a 0 instead of, you know, less than a solo. Let me see here. We had one more. Is about flipping. Abner Dude says there are 4 GLs from 4 different factions. Pick one and run with it. That is very, very true. There's something about, I missed it. Here it is. DSPS. Are they going to stick with the tickets? Rock, paper, scissors? I'd imagine they'd stick with the light side, dark side nodes. The rock, paper, scissors, if they took feedback from the last one, I don't think they should do that again, but who knows? Their feedback and the feedback I hear from all the people that watch YouTube and Twitch is often different. So, you know, we're a small minority of the player base, I guess. So, who knows? Rock, paper, scissors. I don't. You know what? I wouldn't mind the rock, paper, scissors so much if we didn't have to do it 3 damn times. Like, just do it once. You get it. It's a cinematic sort of experience. Okay, that's cool.
Right.
You know, that's fine. Like, the old Ben thing was cool in CLS. You know, that was a cool. Those are cool. Jedi Knight Luke. Those are cool. Like, those are cool little cinematic events. And I don't want to play it 3 times. You know, but I think that is about it.
That's it.
Oh, here it is. NR Wilson. This is the one I missed. Rey is more defensive and Kylo is more offensive. Would you like to see that mixed up with the new GLs? Luke more offensive and Palp more defensive.
I think that that's going to be the case. I think that Luke is going to be more of like a, and we were just, you know, Maurice just pretty much alluded to this. I think Luke may be more of like a Hermit Yoda kind of character, somebody that's a little bit more of a support character, whereas Palpatine will probably be a pretty powerful offensive character. I mean, like, you know, if you think about what he did in the movie. I mean, he basically took down an entire fleet of the Resistance with one Force lightning. He created the Force Storm. You know, I mean, if that's what that is, you know, that's from the books. He was able to create a Force Storm. It wasn't exactly the same as a Force Storm from the books, but essentially, I mean, he basically just zapped an entire fleet of ships in space in midair. I mean, there's a lot to discuss and unpack there as far as the logistics behind opening a window into space and being able to just shoot electricity through said window into, you know, all those different ships and not manage to hit any of his own ships, but just destroy the Resistance. I mean, that's another thing, but I mean, besides that, still a pretty boss-ass move, and I'm imagining that he's going to be pretty powerful on offense in this game. He's probably going to have some sort of Force lightning that just disintegrates the entire other team. Can they give him Force lightning though? I mean, after giving I mean, it's going to be it's going to have to be different, right? They can't just give him the same moves as Palpatine, like Emperor Palpatine again. His animations are going to have to look different. What are they going to look like? Or maybe they change Emperor Palpatine's animations so that he could have Force light. No.
I don't know. You know, I could see them maybe changing the old Palpatine, perhaps. I don't know. The new one, I don't know. What's he gonna do though? He sits there, like what? I don't know. It just pretty lame character in my opinion. Like that, like they're both kind of lame. Like just like I don't know. They're not very exciting. There was no like. I don't know.
I would say there's a lot more excitement around Palpatine though than Luke. Luke's and don't get me wrong, they could totally do Luke differently, right? Like they could make Luke a boss-ass character because, I mean, we didn't get to see him fight. Doesn't mean he couldn't fight, right? It's just we didn't get to see it. I mean, they could totally just give Luke a lightsaber and make him awesome, but I don't think they're going to do that. Like you said, but Palpatine did eventually get like full recovery of his body and became like you know, hardcore Palpatine. Like he was pretty much strong when he fought Rey at the end. He was at like full capacity, basically. You know what I mean? So he basically just sucked all the Force energy from Rey and Kylo at the same time. You know, and became like a super Sith Eternal Emperor. You know what I mean? So for those of you that remember the Ninja Turtles 2, he basically drank the ooze and became Super Shredder there at the end. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I mean, that guy should be powerful, I mean, I would say. I mean, but Luke, yes. Luke was kind of, you know, Luke was kind of weak sauce in that movie. I don't know. I'm disappointed with Luke. I mean, and, you know, I should definitely feel coming out of that trilogy like Luke was badass, super powerful. And I don't. But anyway, we'll have to see what their abilities look like. Maybe he will summon Force ghosts. Yes, that could be a thing. I don't think so though. I think we'll see. I think Force ghosts will be a thing in this game. I made a video about that a long time ago, talking about how Night Sister Spirit kind of gives us the way for Force ghosts to exist in this game, because Night Sister Spirit is essentially a Force ghost, right? But we don't have any Force ghosts in the game. They could totally just create a team of, like, you know, Yoda, Luke, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan. They could have a Force ghost team. You know what I mean? So that could be a tag, Force ghost. You know? So we'll see that. But is that it? Are we done with the questions now? Didn't Luke throw his lightsaber over his shoulder in disdain? Yes, he did. He did. So he probably won't have a lightsaber. He will probably just Force hug the entire team. Just give everybody a Force hug. Like a Care Bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like open his shirt and just like rainbows just coming out of his chest. You know what I'm saying?
Our DSP asked one more here at the end here. Darth Sidious touch-up and required. Touch-up, I don't know. Required, you better believe it. That's a character nobody really has relic, so you better believe he's going to be needed. for Palpatine.
Probably,
Maybe I'm
yeah.
wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm anticipating him being required.
You're definitely going to be required. And they should give him a touch-up. Will they? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think he means by touch-up, I think he means rework. Yeah, and rework would probably be the where they, you know, there are some other characters that need a touch-up more than Palpatine, though. Didn't Palpatine just get a touch-up?
No, Sidious. Darth Sidious in the game.
Oh, Sidious. Oh, Sidious. Yes. And he could definitely use a touch-up. And he's a Sith.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, I mean, yeah, actually, that would be... That would be interesting, because you would think that Sidious would be pretty much an automatic on that team, too. You know what I mean? Like, with Palpatine, so... You know, one of the benefits here is some of these characters that you have to get... yeah, I'm joking. They don't rework. They don't. One of the benefits here is they could be, you know, kind of building some characters that work well with Sith Eternal Palpatine and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. So we'll see what that is. I mean, I'd imagine if they're really doing that, I mean, Rey would probably be the character that should have the best synergy with Luke Skywalker. But I mean, they're, you know, obviously you can't do that. So so we'll see how they go with that. If they're going to give him the Jedi tag, I'd imagine that they're going to make some other Jedi pretty strong. Or they'll probably introduce another Jedi. Yeah, we'll see. Last good touch-up was Newt. Yeah, the last good touch-up was Newt. No, I think that the touch-up to Vader was pretty darn good. You know, that little touch-up was something else. I think Vader's touch-up's probably one of the better ones I've seen in a while. And they've done that to Vader twice now. They gave Vader a meta-changing touch-up a couple of years back where they made him pretty much the #1 leader in Arena for a short period of time with that new leader ability that he had. And then now they did the same thing. They made Vader, again, able to be good enough in Arena to beat some high-level teams. I mean, you know, I think that... you know, I think that Vader was giving some Rey and Kylo teams a run for their money out there. So, interesting. So that's it. Question, is it worth taking Red Lobster to Relic 7, or is Relic 5 sufficient for Arena?
R7.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, you want that one, R7.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
He's got the highest multiplier in the game for his basic attack. So I think he's worth it. And he does nothing but assists for full damage. So I think it's definitely worth it. He's very, very good.
He's probably one of the more like underrated characters in the game, I think, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, because he's got that dual synergy. You know what I mean? He's kind of works for, you know, and he's also got, you know, he's got some interesting tech. You know, he's also like I said, he's I think going to be an essential character for this new meta. You know, I mean, if we get Sith Eternal Palpatine and he does have the Sith tag, you know, you're probably going to need Red Lobster on that team. You know what I mean? So interesting. But all right, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us on this Sunday night. Hopefully Ranger feels better next week, and you know, he'll be back for the next episode. Like I said, I will put in the description the link to that podcast that I had with SyracuseJedi's and PartickAF, the holotable talk, and that'll be in the description for anybody who watches the replay. But what's going on with Operation Metaverse this week, Maurice?
We should be streaming Thursday at 10:30. We might have to take a break this week. TMoney's in the middle of a move, actually, so we'll have to see how our schedules go. But every other week, if not this week, it's 10:30 on Thursday nights.
Okay, 10:30 Thursday night. Check out Operation Metaverse. Link is in the description of the live show. Anything going on with Bobas this week?
Not much this week. Got a lot of people out doing stuff.
Okay.
Wasn't able to get together, but I'm just kind of working on some YouTube videos right now for both TW and for territory battles for people.
Awesome. Make sure to check out Boba's Alliance podcast and their content on the Boba's channel. There's a link in the description for that as well. Also, Ranger Infinity will be going live on Reality Skewed Gamers this Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure to go check out their live show, longest running live show in the game. So definitely make sure to go check them out. You know, like I said, I did get the new character for Power Rangers. I just didn't get a chance to stream this week. I've had my son all week, so it's been a little bit challenging to do that. But I will get a stream out with the new character for Power Rangers this week. Abner asks, will we ever get horses in the game? Probably the same day that we get Crystal Foxes in the game. And we probably will get Tauntauns as well. So we get those two, I will see horses at some point. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. You know, we'll be back next Sunday with some more. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, like the video. It does help the channel. And like I said, I will be back with some more show next week. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their weekend. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And may the Force be with you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.